Thank you so much, Mallory. You are amazing. Again, this is why we love our Canadian reps. There is so much to be said about where we're putting our focus. Is it on the problem or is it on the solution? And I am so confident that the great majority of our reps are always focusing on the solution. There's such an important lesson there to be learned, and we appreciate your time and sending that in. Now we're going to head over to Tulsa, Oklahoma, one of our double Zaya executives, Ashley Uris.
Hi everybody, my name is Ashley Uris. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm a double Zaya executive with Zaya Active. I started with Zaya in March of 2019, and I have a team of about 320 awesome boss babes, and I am here to share with you a little bit of my story about party bookings and follow-ups and how to be successful with that. So first things first, whenever you are a brand new rep, a lot of people get really frustrated and upset because they might not be able to find people to host parties. So the number one thing that I recommend you do is have a launch party first. And then after you have your launch party, you have your VIP set up. And by then you're gonna have had some orders from friends and family. Once the friends and family get those orders in, then I have a rule for follow-up: 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months. So just get into your back office, check your order history, and see if it's shipped. And once it shows that it's been delivered, then just follow up with those people that ordered from you. Ask them how they like their light and tights or their bomber bra. And typically the response is going to be positive, and they'll love it and they can't wait to shop for more. So whenever they can't wait to shop for more, you're going to want to then, that's your opportunity to text them, call them, or message them to get some follow-up and party bookings. So how do you ask, and what's the best verbiage to use? So my favorite thing to do whenever I follow up with my customers is I will say, "Hey Laura, thanks so much for your order of the light and tights. Just following up to see how they fit and make sure you don't need any exchanges." And whenever they respond back, they love it, I say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you love it. Let me help you earn some free and half price products. And let's have a Facebook event or an Instagram event or a text message event," whatever type of event they're wanting to have. That is your opportunity to do that. So basically, you are making this about them. You're not making it about you. Don't go in and be begging for them to have a party. Don't say, "Oh, I'm trying to launch my business. I really need you to have a party today," because begging doesn't look good. So we want to go in and say, "Let me help you," because you want this to be about them. They're your customer. So make sure that you go in and you make it all about them, make it a personal experience. Make sure that they feel loved and valued and uplifted, which is one of the most important pillars that I think, and it's how you grow a strong business without Zaya Active and a strong VIP, is making sure that your VIP feels uplifted. So as a new rep, that's the number one way to get started on booking parties. A few of my favorite things to do with follow-up: I have a weekly schedule. I'm a busy person. I'm a full-time ER nurse practitioner. I work 48 hours a week. I'm a mama to a 3-year-old little girl. I'm 21 weeks pregnant with twins. I have a very active social life. I am doing all kinds of things with my husband. We like to hunt, fish, all the things. So life is busy, but you can fit Zaya in the nooks and crannies of your day. I typically host 4 parties a week, and during booking blitzes, I've booked up to 40 parties in a day. Not to run in a day, but just to get them booked with my follow-up. So follow-up is key, and making sure that those customers feel valued and uplifted is so important. So what you're going to want to do is make it all about them. And whenever you're following up, make it intentional. Don't just be like posting on your VIP and say, "Who wants to host a party in March?" because you're typically not going to get any responses. You have to get in the back office. You have to get in the messenger and on Facebook or Instagram, whatever platform you're using. You can also email people in your back office too. And but for me and my platform and my business, it's Facebook Messenger, because that way you can have a conversation with them about what is going to be best for them to have their party and when you're going to have it. I run my parties from Monday to Monday. I always do a week long, and I coach my hostess prior to those parties. A few other tips and tricks that I have about party booking. Follow-up is how I get probably 80% of my parties. Another little trick that you can do is have a personal link with your VIP customers. So say you have Lacey that's ordering every single week from you. You can set her up with a personal VIP link. All this is a party link, but she's not necessarily having a party. So just like whenever you set up a party link in your VIP page, you're setting this up for Lacey who buys from you weekly. I typically have 10, 15 party links at a time. And that way my customers are getting rewarded, and eventually they're gonna love those rewards so much that they're gonna wanna share that link with their family, their friends. And then if they're hesitant to have a party at first, they're gonna wanna get to that next level, and they may want to go ahead and have a party later. So set up that personal VIP link, message it to them. Every time they order, if they're ordering every new release Wednesday, that link is being used and they're earning those rewards. So it's like customer appreciation rewards. So set that link up, and this is also how you can recruit some of your reps. This might be how some of you guys have been recruited. That link builds up to $1,000, $2,000, and they're getting that money off of their starter kit, and then they become a rep. So it's another great way to get those parties booked. Maybe if they're not looking for a party right now, but you know that they're buying, it's an incentive to them to party in the future with you. So make sure that you're following up with your customers, and you're following up intentionally, and you're doing it weekly. I typically every Thursday sit down, go through all of my orders I've had, I follow up with them, make sure they don't need any exchanges, and then that is whenever I get all my parties booked. And then you say, Ashley, what if they're not ready to have a party and they just tell you no? I always look at it as it's not a no, it's just not right now. So tell them that you're booking several months out. Some people are really busy. Right now we've had crazy weather, we've had lots going on in our country, and people just aren't ready to party or spend money. Go ahead and book them for April or May. That way they're on the books and you get them excited, and maybe you can go ahead and open a link for them now. That way they have more incentive to shop with you if they know that they're earning those rewards. So make sure that you're doing what's best for your customer and that you're making it all about them. And they want to feel part of a community. They want to feel uplifted. They just want to feel like that Zaya is that safe place for them. And so good customer service is key when it comes to follow-up. Whenever I'm following up with my customers, I very rarely get a no. I might get a not right now, or let's do it later, or follow up with me in a couple of weeks. And I make sure and write their names down, and I go back, follow up with them. Don't be pushy, don't be beggy. If they look at your message and they don't respond, just go on about it. And then like I said, I do that 3, 3, and 3. If in 3 days they're not ready to party, then in 3 weeks I'll follow back up with them. They've probably worn their product several times by now, and I'll make sure that it's up to their standards. I'll follow up again, and then I'll lay off if they say no again for 3 months, and then follow up again. Make sure that you're reaching out to your mama, your sister, your aunt, your best friend, all of those people in your life and your circle. That way you can start branching out. You have to ask them if they want to have a party because they don't understand, especially if you're a brand new rep. Make sure that you're doing that. If you say, hey, Ashley, I've been a rep for a year and a half. I've had so many parties. I feel kind of stagnant. This is whenever I challenge you to reach outside that circle. Go into your Facebook or your Insta, Twitter, and follow up with those people that haven't joined your VIP group and tell them all about Zaya. Tell them what Zaya has done for you. Tell them how big a joy Zaya is in your life. Tell them everything positive about Zaya, and just talk about how amazing the community and business is, and encourage them to join your VIP group. And then once they join your VIP group, they'll see all the things. They'll see you going live. They'll see you posting pictures and outfit reviews. And then after they've been there for a few weeks, reach out to them, follow up with them, and be like, hey girl, thanks so much for joining my VIP. I've got some openings in April for parties. I would love to help you earn some free and half off items. Since you've been in my VIP for a little bit, I'm sure you've seen something that you love. So make sure that you're just intentional. Again, my word is intentional with us in your follow-up, and you're not being pushy and you're being genuine. Be you whenever you're following up with these customers, because then that's going to make them want to party with you. When you're having your parties, make it light, make it fun, make it just like a place that you want to be, a place you want to hang out at, because that's going to draw more people in and they're going to want to buy your product. Let's see. Also, if you've been a rep for a little bit, go back into those hostesses that have partied 5-6 months ago and see if they're ready for another party. And then I always send a message to every person in my parties, and asking them if there's anything I can help them find, what are they looking for, and asking if they would like to join my VIP page. So you need to make sure that you're following up with all of those customers in the parties. Even if they didn't purchase, then still go ahead and follow up with them and see if there's anything you can help them with. This is how you're going to grow outside that warm market and kind of branch out into that cold market of getting new customers. So a lot of people say, hey, Ashley, how do you get them to see your message if you're not friends with them on Facebook? So I make a big general post in my party that says, hey, girlfriend, check your messenger. And I tag everybody in it, and I just ask them to send me a message, and then they can see my message in there. And that way we can have that Facebook Messenger conversation, and they can start seeing my feed now that we're in their messenger. So Facebook works off of algorithms. So whenever you start talking to them in Messenger, then it's pushing your stuff into their feed. So make sure that you're sending all of those messages. Even if you have 150 people in your party, you want to follow up with all of them, because you might get one or two that are in a different state outside your circle, and they're going to want to party or rep with you. And that's super important. With Zaya, we are a party business, so booking parties is super important. I encourage you to at least have one party per week. Try to do 4 per month. My goal personally in my business is 4 per week, always 4 per week, because I have a certain PV that I like to maintain, and that's what I like to do. I'm not saying to go out and do that today, but that's what I like. So set a goal for yourself. Don't stop following up until you hit that goal, and don't stop messaging people until you hit that goal. So I like to make my little to-do list, and I like to say, today I'm going to book 5 parties. And so make sure that you're going through, you're doing that, you're being intentional with your time, and being genuine and building those relationships with your customers. That way they want to go ahead and party with you. So the most important take home from this training today is follow up, follow up, follow up. You have to follow up with your customers. You have to be intentional with your messaging, and you have to offer them that VIP link if they don't want to party right now. That way they have some sort of incentive to party with you in the future. Again, I'm doing 4 parties a week. I've done it since 2019 whenever I started. I've been successful with that, and I'm diligent on my timing and whenever I follow up with these customers. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, and then you can also message me via email at ashleyrk13@yahoo.com. And thank you, Zaya Active, for allowing me to be part of this awesome community and being able to teach you a little bit about what I do to make my business successful. Have a great day, guys. Bye.